As a motor insurer at Direct Line Group, we're really focused on new technologies and how they're impacting our industry. For me, there are really two disruptive technologies at the forefront. One is connectivity, the connected person, the connected car, and the second is autonomy. So automated driving features moving right through to the driverless car in some distant future. These present fundamental challenges to our industry over the medium and long term. And if you look at them, they have the potential to really transform everything we do as insurers, starting through from how we distribute products, how we service those products to our customers, how we understand risk, so how we price risk, on what basis we price risk, how we manage claims, where do we get information about claims, how do we fix these cars which are increasingly technological. So everything we do is fundamentally going to change as a result of these technologies. That represents a challenge to us. Now the good news is, as insurers, we are on the front foot to some extent through telematics. So telematics is a really good example of a real-world deployment of connected car technology. In fact, in many respects, it's the most mature connected car service out there in the market, in the UK and in other geographies. And that is a market and industry that's been fundamentally created by insurers, by motor insurers. So you could argue that we're actually at the forefront of this technological change. The question is, how do we maintain that momentum? How do we maintain that lead in the face of further and further disruption? For me, I think as insurers, there are 4 challenges we need to face into if we're going to maintain this momentum. The first is understanding how to focus like a laser on the customer experience, in particular digital customer experience. As insurers, we've historically not been great at that, and increasingly that's going to be key for us if we're going to maintain the momentum we have. Secondly, and this is increasingly becoming an issue, is dealing with complexity of data. So the sort of data we're having to process and respond to and turn into customer experience is massive and increasingly complex, and organisations really need to understand how they deal with that. The third and linked to that is about flexibility of our systems and our operations and our decision-making processes. How as organisations do we change the way we do things internally to respond to these new innovative technologies? And finally, it's about partnerships. So how do we build potentially new and interesting strategic partnerships with organisations we may not have dealt with or seen ourselves as dealing with in the past? So those are the 4 things that I think we need to do as insurers. The question is, and I think this is going to come through over the next 3 to 5 years, is how as an organisation each insurer is responding to those challenges. Because I believe that there will be clear winners and clear losers in the face of these new technologies. And I think how insurers respond to those challenges will dictate whether they're on one side or the other.